At 82 years old, I've seen a lot, lived through decades of change, and learned more than I ever thought I would. But there's one decision I deeply regret, one that still aches in the quiet moments of my day: moving into a nursing home. At the time, it felt like the right thing to do. My family encouraged it, told me I'd be safe, well cared for, and surrounded by people. They meant well. They promised it would be comfortable, and I believed them. But once I arrived, reality sank in. And it wasn't what I expected at all. If you're watching this, you might be considering a nursing home, either for yourself or someone you love. Maybe you think it's the safest choice. Maybe people have told you it will make life easier. But before you make that move, I want to share the truth. The truth no one told me. The kind of truth that only comes after the decision is made and it's too late to go back. The first thing I lost was my independence. That surprised me. It wasn't just about giving up my house or my furniture. It was giving up my daily life, my choices, my freedom. At home, I had my own rhythm. I woke up when I wanted, ate when I was hungry, took walks when I felt like it, and sat in my chair with a book whenever I pleased. Those little routines made life feel like mine. But in the nursing home, everything ran on someone else's clock. Meals at a set time, lights out, whether you're ready or not, and even a walk outside needed permission and someone to help you. Decisions that used to be mine, what to eat, when to shower, what to wear, suddenly felt like privileges, not rights. I remember waking up that first week, stretching in bed, and instinctively reaching for my favorite book. But it wasn't there. Nothing was. My books, my chair, my life gone. In their place, cold walls, a bed I didn't choose, and a schedule I never agreed to. And the hardest part? Once you surrender your independence, getting it back is almost impossible. You stop pushing for freedom. You start accepting the rules. And slowly, you start losing yourself. Then came the loneliness. In the beginning, my family visited often. My daughter stopped by every week. The grandkids came on Sundays. We laughed, we hugged, and for a while it felt okay. But then life got busy. Calls replaced visits. Promises to come by turned into apologies. Holidays, once full of warmth, became just another day in the calendar. I wasn't angry. I knew they still loved me. But I became easier to forget. Out of sight, out of mind. I remember sitting in my room one evening, holding my phone, staring at my son's name on the screen. I thought about calling, but I didn't want to bother him. I didn't want to be that call he ignored. So I put the phone down. And in that moment, I realized this was my life now. Waiting, hoping, being remembered, if only now and then. And then there was the loss of purpose. At home, even small things gave my life meaning: watering my plants, making my morning tea, tidying the kitchen. I had reasons to move, to think, to care. But in the nursing home, everything is done for you. Meals made, rooms cleaned, no chores, no tasks, and soon no drive. At first, it feels like a break, a chance to rest. But after a while, the days stretch long and empty. You sit. You wait, and you start to feel invisible. There was a man named George who lived just down the hall. He'd been a carpenter, strong hands, always building something. At home, he tinkered in his garage, made little shelves, fixed broken chairs. Here, he had nothing to fix. No tools, no space. I watched him slowly fade. His hands, once steady and skilled, sat still in his lap. He told me one day, "I don't feel like me anymore." And I understood exactly what he meant. Without purpose, the days blur together. Your body slows down, but your spirit does too. Physically, I declined faster than I ever expected. Before the move, I was managing fine. I cooked, I walked, I handled my day-to-day life. I wasn't fast, but I was capable. But once I moved in and didn't have to move anymore, I stopped. Little by little, the strength drained from my body. My legs stiffened. My steps got shorter. Chairs felt deeper, harder to rise from. And I wasn't alone. I saw the same in others, people who came in walking on their own and ended up in wheelchairs within months. It wasn't just age, it was inactivity. When life becomes too easy, the body forgets how to push. I wish someone had warned me. Convenience can steal your strength if you let it. Another thing I hadn't truly considered was how much privacy I would lose. At home, I had space, a door I could close, quiet moments that were mine. In the nursing home, privacy is a luxury. Staff come in and out. Room checks, noise, shared spaces. Even the bathroom isn't fully yours. Sometimes you have to wait for help. Sometimes you don't get to choose what's for dinner or when you can shower. And if you have a roommate, well, you might be lucky. But you might not. I was, but others weren't. It's a strange thing to feel like a guest in your own life, to be spoken to like a task, not a person. Dignity is a slow thing to lose, and once it slips away, it's hard to reclaim. And perhaps the most painful truth of all, it's not as easy to leave as you think. When I moved in, I told myself it was temporary, a trial. If I didn't like it, I'd just go back home. But I didn't realize how quickly things would change. My house sat empty. My children made changes. Some things were sold. And I was no longer the strong, independent person who walked in. My strength had faded. My confidence wavered. I wasn't sure I could go back. And when I brought it up, my family hesitated. "We just want what's best for you," they said. But by then, the choice didn't feel like mine anymore. The longer you stay, the harder it is to leave. Emotionally, physically, financially, it all adds up. Some people never make it back. Not because they can't, but because too much has changed. Looking back now, I don't regret growing old. That's a gift. But I do regret believing that a nursing home was my only option. If I could do it again, I would have fought harder to stay in my home. I would have looked for help without giving up my freedom. Explored other ways. Chosen differently. Nursing homes aren't always bad. For some, they are the right choice. But they are a big choice. A permanent choice in many ways. So before you decide, ask yourself, is this truly the best path? Or is it just the easiest one right now? Because once you step through that door, life changes. And some things you may never get back. Thank you for listening. If this message touched you or made you think, please share your thoughts below. Your voice matters. And maybe, just maybe, it'll help someone else make a better choice than I did.